I would ask my colleague, do you know the folks? Do you know the folks that were killed that you mentioned? Do you know their names? You brought up a number. Is that just politics? I know I'm supposed to address the chair, but I'm happy to yield a little time to my colleague. Do you know the members of the military that were killed? Sitting there silent, just using it for politics.
All right, guys. You just saw that small part, but now we are about to watch the full thing. And let me tell you, if you want to see the difference between a man who has truly fought for this country and a guy who just reads lines for his job, this is it. We are watching Brian Mast, a real hero who lost both legs in battle, completely take apart Hakeem Jeff. And look, Jeffer is doing what he always does. He is being dramatic. He is using hand gestures, timed pauses, and fake concern. It feels like he is trying out for a play instead of leading a country. But Mast doesn't need a script. He has the truth. He has real experience. Literally. While Jeffer is worried about political points and trying to make Trump look bad, Mast is focused on the real lives at risk. This is not just a debate on the floor. It is a wake-up call for the DC elite. Let's watch the full video and see a real patriot shut down the nonsense.
Why don't you just argue the merits of your position, as opposed to attacking the patriotism of people on the Democratic side of the aisle? When, as far as I'm concerned, the most patriotic thing that we can do is stand up to ensure that our men and women in uniform aren't being recklessly sent into a costly war of choice, more than 12 of whom have already lost their lives, hundreds of whom have been seriously injured. Let's just argue the merits of Donald Trump's reckless and costly war of choice, and stop the ad hominem attacks, which aren't a sign of strength. It's just a sign of Republican weakness. This reckless and costly war was entered into without any plan, any objective, any exit strategy, any public support, and any approval of the United States Congress. Those are 5 different objective reasons to have a problem with what's going on in the Middle East right now. In fact, we're just trying to help Donald Trump bring to life his own words, that as president, he wasn't going to start wars in the Middle East. He was going to stop them. Donald Trump's own words. Question his patriotism?
I want to thank my colleague for the speech that he just gave. Probably the most hypocritical speech that anybody could give. But I'm glad he gave it, because the truth is I'm well prepared to answer for this. So let's talk about engagements against Iran. What's going on? This is not the first time that this happened. Joe Biden was engaged against Iran. Why? Because of imminent threat. But let's examine the difference between when Joe Biden was engaged and President Trump was engaged. When Joe Biden engaged is because the Houthis, a direct arm of Iran, was attacking the United States of America's ships, merchant marine vessels, doing what they've been doing for decades, picking a fight. President Biden launched Operation Prosperity Garden against Iranian-backed Houthis, and that went on, not for 30 days, not for 60 days, not for 90 days, not for 6 months, went on for almost a year until January 2025, from November 23 till January of 25. And what happened during that time? How many times did my Democrat colleagues or Republicans offer a war powers resolution to say, remove all U.S. forces from this fight against Iran? I have the counter down here, it's 0. But before President Trump ever conducted any level of operation, Democrats introduced the removal of U.S. forces from hostilities with Iran. Today, again, doing another war power. What changed? What changed from not one war power from anybody to half a dozen? And I guess we're going to do another one next week. Politics. Everything that my colleague just talked about, his hypocritical remarks about we need to do these things, it's all politics. My Democrat colleagues are not paying attention to national security at all. They refuse to acknowledge the imminent threat that Iran has been, them killing our service members, them attacking us in place after place. They don't acknowledge it. When Joe Biden was responding to merchant marine vessels being attacked, it was okay. No war power needed. Went on for about a year. President Trump responds, war power, war power, war power, war power. Every week that they can do it. They tried doing it last week as well. That's the hypocrisy. My colleague brought up some of our service members that were killed. Take that very seriously. Seen it far too many times. That beautiful flag behind the speaker draped across caskets. Take it seriously every time. I personally believe that any time that a service member is killed, they should be lying in state, lying in honor here beneath the dome of the U.S. Capitol. I think they earn it more than anybody killed in action in defense of this country. That's my own personal belief on that. I would ask my colleague, do you know the folks? Do you know the folks that were killed that you mentioned? Do you know their names? You brought up a number. Is that just politics? I know I'm supposed to address the chair, but I'm happy to yield a little time to my colleague. Do you know the members of the military that were killed? Sitting there silent, just using it for politics. My brothers and sisters in arms are not politics.
Look at Hakey here. Look at him pointing fingers. He is talking about a careless war that was chosen. Oh, please. He is calling Republican words a sign of weakness. Hakey, you are standing in a comfortable room talking about weakness to men who have actually faced the enemy. He is complaining there is no exit plan. That is the usual DC line when they want to sound smart but do nothing to protect American interests. He is trying very hard to sound like a president, but it just feels empty. It is all acting, guys. Every bit of it. Look at the difference in energy. Right away Mast calls it what it is, the most hypocritical speech ever. And Mast shows the proof. He has the Trump timeline on Iran board ready. This is what I like. While Hakey is going in circles, Mast is showing real facts. He points out that when Biden was hitting Houthis for a year without a war powers resolution, Hakey and his group stayed completely quiet. But the moment Trump acts to secure the region, suddenly they act like experts on the Constitution. The double standard is sickening. This right here, this is the moment. Mast talks about the flag placed over coffins. You can feel how heavy it is because he understands. Now watch his face. Mast asks him directly, do you know the names? Look at Jeffer. He is just sitting there. He has nothing to say. He has all these fancy words for his prepared speech. But when asked to name the real people he is using for politics, silence. That silence is the loudest thing in the room. It shows the whole act. Jeff is not mourning those service members. He is using their numbers to win a news cycle. Mast just removed the mask. You cannot act your way out of that question. Man, that was powerful. You see Hakey at the end just moving papers around. He is finished. This is why people are tired of Washington. We have guys like Hakeem Jeff who treat the House floor like a stage. And then we have guys like Brian Mast who treat it like a responsibility. Mast did not just win the debate. He reminded everyone that the military is not a political tool. It is made of people. People with names. Names that Hakey Jeff did not even try to learn before going out there to complain. What do you guys think? Did Mast go too hard or was it exactly what was needed? Drop a comment below. If you support Mast and the Patriots, hit that like button.